Are we live? Yes, we are.
Yeah.
No. Okay, no, we're not live for the next couple of seconds. Yeah, so I don't see it live over here. That's the problem. But all right, Marvin. Yeah, I am all coordinated. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen and ladies, we're another major key Monday night, and we have the legend, the champion maker, Marvin, the mighty, never doubt me, McDowell from out of Baltimore City. You call him coach, I call him brother. He has a fight coming up with one of his prospects, Mr. Muhammad, who should be here shortly. So Marvin, go ahead and give a quick breakdown of what's going on with Mr. Muhammad, and I could jump in a little bit after that.
Yeah. Well, kid name is Ahmad Muhammad Jones. We call him Mojo. Let Mojo handle it. you know, he's what 20, 23, and he's 2-0, two knockouts. He had his first fight up in Philly. He had a minute 9 second knockout, and his second fight was here in Maryland at the Live Casino, and he had a fourth round knockout. You know, so he's a pretty good guy. Dedicated and on a mission to do something great. So I'm trying to help him complete that mission.
Okay. So give us a little bit bio about Mr. Muhammad. You know, how long you been working with him, and how old is he, and what weight class?
Yeah, well, I've been working with him since he was like, I think it's been about maybe 8 years now. He came as a troubled kid, getting in trouble and stuff like that, and he fell in love with boxing. He was a little basketball player. I stole him from basketball. You know, he's a
Yeah.
pretty good basketball player. Yeah, he's a good basketball player, man. And I had to convince him that from his height that he wasn't really going nowhere. you know, because he 5'6", 5'6.5", something like that. And that's small for a basketball player, but it's just the right size for boxing.
That's right. There you go, turning future Allen Iversons into future, Buddy McGurks and Aaron Pryor's.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
man.
And see, he got a little secret weapon, man. He got a little pop, so that helps out a whole lot too, because he
Yes, it
can
did.
fight around at any time. You know.
Yeah, you said seven. You said 7 years. You said 7 years. I don't know why I
Yeah,
thought he was there. Longer than that, man.
I think he was like maybe 12 or 13 or something like that when he started. So I think he's 23. Yeah, so yeah, it's about seven, maybe 8 years. You know, but he's catching
Well,
on, and I'm glad I got him.
yeah, me too. Because I remember, and you're gonna tell this part of the story. I'm just gonna say it. When he first got there, as compared to now, tell the audience about him as he was going through his transition from child to young adult.
Yeah, well, as he was developing, man, he has a lot more responsibilities right now. Because at the age that he has three kids, man, and he's married. So he really has to keep himself on track. Because he got a family got to take care of, man. You know, uh, but he finished high school, and he want to start this boxing career, this professional boxing career. You know,
Okay, now stop right there for a second, real
uh,
quick, Marvin. You said he finished high school. How much did your program have to do with him finishing high school? The
yeah,
no hooks before books.
well, he was in the No Hooks Before Books program, and like, hey, It's just something that he has to do. We have about an 85% graduation rate. Like most of the kids that's been in my program since I started, they first of all get good progress reports. They pass to the next grade and they finish high school. And I got a bunch of them in college right now. You know,
Yeah, we gotta do a live from your program. Before I take it back to Muhammad, I could stop
mm-hmm.
by one day during the week, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I could do a live from there, and you could walk the audience through the whole program. Introduce them to the teachers and the kids, and just the whole
Yeah,
setup of how it works. Because I said this to you, I don't know how many times, but that program saves lives and it changed lives at the time, and I've been there long enough to know that.
yeah, yeah. It works, but all they have to do is give themselves a fighting chance, and we can go from there. Now we are a program too. Like we use the boxing as a draw. To get these kids in. But once we get them in, education is mandatory. You know, like not many gyms you go to, you can come into my gym and we have a classroom. With computers, and we have certified Baltimore City school teachers that really work with these kids in math, reading, and writing. Before they see me, really, they see the teachers, and the teachers give them an assessment in math, reading, and writing to see exactly where they need help. And after that, they bring their books in, they do their homework. So anything educational wise, we really can help them, because a lot of them aren't going to be boxers, you know. So we try to prepare them for the world, and that's what we do.
All right, all right. Now take it back to Mr. Muhammad, man. He transitioned from that young shy child that wouldn't even look you in the face at first to winning a couple of Golden
Yeah.
Gloves. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because you won a couple of Golden Gloves, right, Marvin?
Well, he won the South Atlantic Championship, and matter of fact, he was in the Golden Gloves before the pandemic came.
Okay.
So he was the semifinals, man, and you know they never finished, they never completed it, and he was in the semifinals.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, just walk us through pretty much that child that wouldn't really want to shake your hand or look in your eye to how he steps in the ring now. How's his approach when he steps in the ring? Do you see he's
He's a
taking any
beast.
backward steps or
Yeah,
he's
he's a
full
beast,
force?
man. He's very confident in his ability, and he's confident with me as a trainer. And I'm saying he's a beast, and he has that secret weapon, man. A dude can punch. You know, to be so young, he's very strong. He got a good punch, and
Okay. And
that can change the scheme of things at any time.
okay, and he keeps his diet right. And as far as his training and his road work goes, you got him on track. Where'd y'all used to run on North Avenue? Wasn't it a hill or something around there, or uphill? Where'd
Well,
y'all used to run, Marvin?
we got Drill Park is right out there, man. So you can
Okay,
run around the reservoir and run up them hills, or go up Douglas High School or Carver High School. There's plenty of places where they can run. That has that dirt and grass. That builds those legs up and keep the endurance going. So
yeah,
he has plenty of places to run.
okay, yeah. Now I, I know y'all not walking the car, but y'all have to be taking the van or driving up there, right? Y'all not walking up there, right?
Now, see, a lot of the guys, man, when they come to the gym, they go running before
Okay,
they start training. So the park is not really that far from the gym. Drew Hill
okay.
Park. You know, all they do is go straight up Drew Avenue, park right there.
If you say so, man, I take your word for it. I'm driving, but but tell us about his opponent, man. I understand you said he's 4-10. Well, what's his weaknesses? What's his strengths? What do you see that may give Muhammad some trouble in the ring?
Well, I really can't see any trouble right now. But see, the guy has that man's strength. I think he's like 31 years old. And I saw that. I could see that he's strong and he's kind of awkward. You know, so we do with him, we're boxing. You know. There's the man. There's Muhammad
There
Jones
you
right
go.
there.
There
Hey,
you
Look at
go.
that.
coach.
Speaking of prophet
That
in you, make
mojo
himself plain.
Hey,
Muhammad,
coach.
what's up? Let me see if you remember my face from all them years I used to pop in and out of the gym. Remember, it was me and my three sons?
Uh, not
I
too
know,
much.
man. It's been a while. It's been a
Yeah,
while. So yeah, man. I'm glad to see you shining. I'm glad to see you turn pro. But where you at? Where you at, Muhammad? You got to get
I'm
your
at.
face back on camera.
I'm
Okay,
at work
yeah.
right now.
Oh, okay. So you can't say too much. But when did you make that final decision, man? That I'm gonna take this seriously and I'm gonna turn pro and I'm gonna step to I'm gonna step to Coach Mom and say, look, it's time to go.
Like it was towards the end of the summer.
Right?
Yeah, towards the end of the summer, I had to bite down and show him that I was serious about what I wanted to do. You know, and he made it happen.
Good. All right. And as you were saying, you definitely take care of yourself and your body. I see the badge. Are you doing security or you work for the
Yes,
police force? Okay,
security, private
okay,
security.
okay. Yeah, man. Be careful out there. But look, how you feel about this? Was this your third fight coming up? How you feel about it?
I feel good about it. It's another step towards me
Okay.
being great. Making a statement and making history.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, man. So listen, man. Where do you see yourself? I guess in the next, not even the next 3 years, but let's say like a year from now, when you have X amount of fights under your belt. Where do you see yourself from yeah, about a year from now?
Where do I see myself?
Where? Yeah.
Um, I mean, I don't think the game plan gonna change. Still stick. I feel like
You got to pull your phone down something so they can see your face.
still stick to the game plan. Stay training, stay disciplined, and staying in the
Okay.
gym. As long as I'm
Yeah.
doing that, you know,
That was
nothing
too
else should
layered of a
change.
question. I should have just asked you, how many fights you plan on having this year. That was the question I should have just asked you.
Oh,
How many fights
okay.
you plan on having this year?
Um, you know, this is my third fight, so hopefully I could end the year 5-0.
Okay.
So
Okay.
about this is about two more fights.
Okay. I thought you was gonna say 10. Now
I
five,
mean,
five is a whole lot better than what everybody else doing, man. So keep up the good work, man. And
yes.
yeah, coach, Marvin.
See,
Yeah.
oh,
Hold on a second, Marvin. Go ahead, Mohammed.
oh no, I was just saying, with pro boxing, like I like that you can like you can get the rest that you need after a fight, because like the amateurs is back to back, so now it's like me being a professional, like I could still do everything, and like I surround my work schedule. I put boxing before anything, before work,
Hmm.
before anything, because that's what's gonna get me where I need to be. And I just feel like being a professional boxer is I got time. Like I can take time off, but I still be active, but I get the rest more because I've been in it for about I've been in the sport for about 10 years. So that's a
Right.
that's a that's a quite a long time, and I've been like I haven't really took any years off of the sport. maybe I probably took about 3 months, but anything anything besides that, I never took a year off of boxing. Like I was always ended up in the boxing gym. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, I tell you what, man. I tell you what. I hope and for, and I hope and pray for. I hope that you the first one to bring a title to Marvin's gym, man.
Yes, that's my ultimate goal
Yeah.
right there, man.
All right. All right. I will. I tell you what. We're gonna speak that truth and we're gonna live by it. And coach, this is your moment of truth. Tell him what you think about where he is now. As a fighter and everything.
Well, I'm happy with his progress. All we gotta do is just keep grinding and keep listening and just stay dedicated and stay on the mission. We really can do some good stuff, man. You know, I got the information for him. And once
Just
we
gotta
do that,
use it.
we can make this thing happen, man.
Hey, first and foremost, welcome, Mr. Jones. How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I was having some technical issues at the beginning of the show, so I had to fall back and let them start the show. But man, Marv's been talking so highly of you, and the fact of the matter is I want to hear about what led you into boxing and how did his program help you. You know what I'm saying? From coming out of not knowing boxing to being the person that you are right now, the discipline and what you got out of that.
So what got me into boxing? My well, I actually went to this. I actually was in the eighth grade with this girl that, named Mia Killaby. So she kind of sort of inspired me to start boxing. And my cousin, I was around my cousin when I was a little younger. His name was Tavon. He used to box, but he don't box anymore. Uh, I was I was around box, but I never really did it. So my other cousin, his name Yusef, he paid for my membership to start in the gym. And ever since I started at Umar boxing, like I could see my life changing because I used to play basketball play basketball in high school, and then like when I leave from practice for basketball, I go straight to the boxing gym. So I was doing two sports in one, and then once I stopped playing basketball, I just dedicated my life to just boxing, and it kept me out the streets, and I was able to take, like I had a little anger problem throughout high school, so I was able to release that negativity in the gym and hitting the bag and everything. And the after school program also helped me because I graduated high school salutatorian in the 12th grade. So my GPA was a 2.8.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I mean, obviously he geared the energy in the right direction, right? Because right now the fact that you graduated high school, you boxing, so meaning you doing a lot of exercising, but then you also work in security. That tells me you wish somebody would. That's what that tells me. That's basically what that tells me, right? You know. So yeah, man, that's definitely promising to hear that. So you fought once in Philly, right? And you fought once in DC, and the next bout that you're having is in Philly as well, right?
Yes.
All right, all right. So tell me about the Philly style versus the Be More style. What you're learning about that? Because I know what if you're in the gym with Marvin, he's gonna teach you the ropes. Like you're gonna be a representative of that Be More style. It's not necessarily the Philly style. So I see he's taking you over there for a reason. Are you catching the jewels he's trying to drop?
Say it again.
Are you catching the jewels that Marvin is trying to drop while we're taking you to Philly?
Yes, I'm catching it. I just gotta listen and stay disciplined and do what he asks me, inside and outside the ring. Um, as far as the Philly style, I mean they got a little style, but I don't see no difference from what I do in the ring. So
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I feel like I'm I'm more technically skilled than whoever I'm fighting.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna let Troy go ahead and continue, and Marvin, if you want to say anything.
Yeah, well, as far as anything, man, all he got to do is just keep listening and doing his part. I'm going to do my part anyway. It's just he got to do his part inside and outside of the gym, you know, so we can all make this thing happen.
Right.
All right, well, I tell you what, I tell we got a special guest in the house, but the picture's not showing up, so I'll introduce her nonetheless. Her name is Jermaine Thunder Robinson, auntie of one Mr. Ahmad Jones, uh, and student to Mr. Marvin McDowell. So yeah, go ahead and go ahead and introduce yourself and ask your nephew some questions there, auntie. Go ahead.
Well, let me tell you, I'm so proud of him. And the thing is, I believe he's in the best hands. He's with my mentor. That's the best thing. He's with my mentor. And being part of my mentor, it just makes me even more proud because how dedicated Marvin has been to our youth, that he's watched Ahmed Mojo from when he was a young man to the man that he is now. And I'm just so proud of him. I am proud of him.
There you have it, Mr. Muhammad. How you feel about what auntie said?
You know, I believe everything. I believe everything she said. And she want the best. She want the best for me. I want the best for me. Coach Marvin want the best for me. So you know, we shooting
Now
for
I
I'm
tell you what.
stars.
I'm
No. Go
struggling to
ahead.
hear.
Oh, it's probably
You
because I'm.
struggling here because everybody else is clear. Why don't you want to jump off and jump back in and see if that clears it up?
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yes, sir. The last 2 days, this song has been in my head called "Sky's the Limit." I don't remember who sang that song, but it's been sitting in my head for the last 48 hours. So I'm gonna, uh, I'm going, I'm gonna say that's a real good thing for you and your career, because
Thank
you have
you.
nothing holding you back. You don't have a daggone thing holding you back. You're gonna go as far as you want to go, and I'm telling you, you're gonna bring that belt back to Umar.
Yes,
You're
sir.
gonna bring it back, and you're gonna hand it to Marvin, and you will be what? You'll actually be his second champion, but you'll be his first official champion.
Yes. You know, that's one of my main goals.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and then you can show it to them kids in the program, and you don't know how many lives it's gonna touch or change, and you keep on building off that, man. It's gonna be amazing, right?
Yes. You know, a
Auntie
lot of
came
guys in the gym, a lot of guys in the gym now, they look up to me.
good, but you have to speak up some. You
I
gotta
I
said
speak up
think
some for
a
the
lot,
moment.
a lot of the guys in the gym now, they look up to me.
Okay,
And,
okay.
yeah,
Well, can I
they look up
intervene?
to me.
As you saying they look up to you now, I think they always have because they didn't seen the process. They have seen the development. They have seen the growth along the way. For you being not only a leader in boxing, but the leader in being a family man, a father, a husband. And that's a lot to say for a young man that's holding all those things, very straight and making sure on everybody, you're fair with everyone. You always try to keep it on the straight and narrow with everyone, with your family, along with your boxing. It's always you can tell that you're striving for to be the best at everything you touch.
Yeah.
So
And we allow, the boxers when they come, we allow them to bring their kids. So the
yes.
kids be running around there.
Well,
Kids
I
be
mean,
running around. They getting
it's
adjusted. two or
Yes,
two.
they are. They it's a family. I can honestly say that at Umar's gym that there it's a family affair, and he's has been that way well, for me it's always been that way from the very beginning. That's why I say I'm proud, and I'm watching for greatness, because that's what I'm looking for out of you, and I know that's going to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also, man, I wanted to talk to you and Marvin about your style in the ring, about how you do the pads. Most guys just stand still and fire off a bunch of quick punches, which nobody is gonna stand still in the ring with you and say, "Hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me." How does that work for you, Muhammad? Do you feel like you feel like you're in a real fight?
Yeah, so with like the way me and Coach Marvin work the pads, it's a real fight, because the things that I do in the fight, I find myself doing it without even thinking about doing it. And I'm just not standing in front of my opponent. I'm moving left, I'm moving right. I'm not moving in a straight line. Keep my head off the line. And we do that. We do that in the ring. We do it every day.
Yeah, because I always said that Coach Marvin's style on the pads is the way it should be taught. Because in all reality, I don't know anybody that's gonna stand there and just let you fire off a bunch of shots from them.
Right, right.
I have no
And
idea.
Yeah.
he even shows you how to sit down on those punches that need to be where you need to hit somebody hard. So he actually shows you how to really hit somebody hard. Because a lot of fighters, they don't really know how to hit somebody. They don't really.
You don't have the technique.
Yeah,
And we
But
teach
yeah,
the technique.
yeah, Marvin, go ahead and jump in, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was trained, by the old school boxers, right? And I had my first trainer. His name was Jimmy McAllister. He was a great featherweight back in the day, and he taught me the roughness. He taught me how to be hard, And then I had another trainer named Larry Middleton. Larry Middleton was a heavyweight contender, but he taught me the technique, the proper way to jab, the proper way to throw the right hand, the proper way to throw the hook, the proper way to throw the uppercut, and the combinations and everything. So what I do is I develop boxer punches. You know, I got to develop a boxer. He can punch you out if he wants to, or he can box you out. You know, and that's what a lot of time the fighters are missing. They only have one way of winning. So I try to put at least one or two or three ways of winning. And it's been working for a long time, man. You know, so Muhammad, he's a very good boxer, and he can punch too. So he could be down in the fight, and just like that, he can turn it around.
Yes, I've seen it.
Yeah. So that makes a big difference too.
It does, but that comes from your wisdom. You've been teaching them the knowledge, and see, that's one thing that a lot of trainers are not able to be successful with, and that is to transfer their skills over into their trainer. And that's what you have done. You're able to transfer it to him.
Right.
And he's been able to catch it and understand it and interpret it the way that you're delivering it to him, and that's what makes it so much that it's a great I'll say y'all have a great partnership in this,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I
because
don't want him to fight like me. It's that how some people when they train, they want to train you to fight like them.
to be them.
But with see me, I take what you have and make better what you have.
It's a partnership. Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, he
And,
knows how to interpret it and bring it home. That's what makes it That's why I say, it's really a great combination.
Mhm.
And I say keep it up. I'm so proud well, Marvin, I'm proud of you. And
Mhm.
Mojo, I have to get used to saying Mojo. Yes, I do. Because I go back to the old school, but I'm gonna get used to saying Mojo because that's the
But
name.
then, Mojo is short for Muhammad Jones.
Wow. No,
Yep.
Mojo.
I'm going to the old. I ain't even gonna tell you how far back I'm going with Mojo, but because I be joking with him about my that Mojo, but I
Mhm.
get it. I get it, and what I get is I'm just proud.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
Mojo. You remember Richard? It was that series that Richard Pryor had on, and he used to always say, "Let Mojo have
see, yes,
it."
yes. That's why I say all is gonna be just fantastic. I'm just happy. I'm happy and I'm proud. Like I said, being in that gym and when he said, they are learning to respect, no, they are respecting you. They respected you from the beginning, seeing you from, just a young man, young going up into the gym
Yeah.
and watching you over the years of
Mhm.
development is nothing but respect and honor, seeing the development as you've been moving forward and never lost sight of what you wanted, and that was to be a champion. That's
Yeah.
one thing I mean from very on, I'm always asking you, Aki,
Uh
Mojo, what it is. You want to be a Sugar Ray Leonard, a Muhammad Ali. You want to go for the top. And I see you now on that road. And I really believe that Marvin's going to put you there. You just stay listening, stay steady in your work effort and what you're doing, which I already know you are,
huh.
So you keep moving forward. Everything you ask for, you get, and everything you have asked for so far. And you're a winner. That's it. You're a winner.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Well, look, man. I know you gave us 30 minutes. I know you're at work right now.
Yeah.
Tell people where to follow you. Let everybody know where to follow you, and tell them about May 7th. What's going on? What you expect, and all of that.
You can follow me. Well, I'm mainly on Instagram, and my Instagram is Team Mojo. It's TEAMOJ0. It's TEAMOJ0. And May 7th, man, you know, I'm fighting in Philly at the 2300 arena,
You got to speak
and
up. You got to speak up,
I'm
Muhammad.
fighting in Philly at the 2300 arena. I'm bringing the W home back to. I'm bringing the W back to Baltimore,
That's
whether
right.
it's a knockout or whether it's the decision, whichever way it goes, we bringing the W home. So you can expect a good fight, entertaining fight, and you can expect me to bring the W home.
That's right.
Mojo Hallett.
Yes.
I,
Yep.
I tell you what we're gonna do, Muhammad, man. You got anything else you want to say, Muhammad?
Um, I just want to thank everybody for their support.
Okay. Yeah, because you coming back on the second, and we're gonna talk about the fight on the second. Today was just kind of like a meet and greet. To showcase you to the audience, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but you're coming back May 2nd, which is next Monday, and we're gonna strictly talk about the fight and your approach and things like that. So we start at 8 o'clock on Mondays. So if you could block off 30, 45 minutes on Mondays, we're gonna focus just on you and your fight. Come May 2nd, because you sound
Okay.
like you're busy, man, and you at work. So I want you to stay focused because you're the eyes and the ears out there, right?
Okay.
But I
Yeah.
got well, one more question before you leave, man. Who you got? Shakur or Valdez?
I got Shakur, man. Shakur is just so defensively sound, and he's so technical.
Yeah,
That's what
man.
I'm working on that as we speak. I
That's what's
wanna,
up.
I can hit. but I want to be defensively. I want to be sharp, like razor sharp.
Well,
Awesome. All right, man. Well, I
Sound like
appreciate
a champion.
you. Mm-hmm.
And also, y'all know that y'all can support Mojo by buying the T-shirts that's available online as well.
Oh yeah.
where do they find your shirts at? Where they
So
find your shirts at
it's
the
on
moment?
truthalkalinewater.com.
We gonna get the information from Marvin.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right.
I can add that to
Marvin
the
don't know
description.
it.
Come on, Marvin.
Well, repeat it again before you leave, Aki, so everybody know where to support and get their shirts from.
Okay. It's truthalkalinewater.com.
Truth,
Truth, TRUTH.
TRUTH alkalinewater.com.
Why don't you put a message in,
I just dropped it in the chat. I just dropped it in the chat.
okay. Okay. Cool.
TruthAlkalineWater.com.
Cool. All right,
Okay.
buddy.
And I'll put it in the description as well when before I shut down this live.
Right. So yeah, go ahead and be safe, man. Keep your attention about yourself, and we'll see you next week when we focus on the fight. Everybody else, we still here. The show's not over. We just want to make sure he stays safe when he's out there. All
Amen.
right.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, baby.
All right.
All right,
See y'all,
brother.
man. All right, Coach Vaughn.
okay.
All right. Now that is somebody either clearing their throat or somebody preaching.
Not me. I can preach, but it ain't me.
Oh, that's your dog.
Oh, you hear a
No.
little? Oh, yeah. Yes, it is.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
sorry.
Look, I'm looking at him and trying to tell him be quiet, and I didn't know y'all could hear that.
I'm sorry. I thought that was somebody around Muhammad.
No,
Yeah.
that's my guys.
Yeah. Excuse me, but yeah, Marvin, go ahead. Go ahead and finish telling us about the young man. As much as you want to share, because I know you can't break down your plans for the fight or nothing like that, but you give the audience a little bit more about his character and everything.
Well, like when I do get the opponent name, I check his history and and see what I can add or take away from what we can do to win the fight. And we're gonna be ready for it. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy, but the game plan that I put together is gonna work. Because Muhammad, he listens pretty well, and he follows directions, and he believe in me. So that's part that's part of the battle. Is having a person believe in you and knowing that you know what you're talking about. And believing what you tell them. And just going on through with it. That makes a big difference, and that keeps the relationship between the boxer and the trainer good, because all they got to do is just follow what you ask him to do, and he'll see that it works, and he'll listen even more to get some more. So
Yes, sir. I was gonna ask you about the waters, but you said I'm not the waters, the t-shirts. But you said you don't know about the t-shirts too much. But once I find out, more about them, then we could put them on Troy Graham experience and help him out that way, right?
yeah.
Definitely that, man. So listen, you got a future champion, a stable one, a very stable, driven,
Well,
focused
yeah.
future champion.
Seemed like he had to be a grown up early. So he's going through the process, and just gotta keep being an example for him, and let him do what he needs to do, because he's kind of mature for his age, you know, and the main thing is that he listens and he believes what I'm telling him. And that
Yes,
makes a
sir.
big difference. Yeah.
Well, I can say that's because he has been around you since he was a little boy, and he have followed you and watched you. And I have seen the connection with Mojo and with Marvin. And he's definitely, like I said, it's a great connection. It is great to have, and I know how he feels about Marvin as his coach. He's very proud, and he always, from the very beginning, was on his way, and he always said that Marvin was going to take him there. Now that's been from the beginning, so, and knowing Marvin's skills and what he's bringing to the table to give to Mojo, it works. Like I said, he's a mature young man. Like I said, he's a father. He's all. When they talk about a circle being complete, he's completing his circle. And as I say, he always strived to perfect everything in which he does. Whether it's fatherhood, being a husband, whether it's being a boxer, he wants the best. So he's going to listen, and his ears is open. And that's something that you find not every boxer have, is that no matter what, and because it takes practice, it takes time, and Marvin has put in that time where in a football field of all these people yelling and screaming, that young man hears Marvin's voice out of all that crowd, and that says a lot right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's called
That's a
needle lock
skill.
coach.
That's a skill.
Heck yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dedication
don't
and trust. You listen for
don't
that
cut me
voice. You listen for that voice in the corner. You listen for that voice when you in that fight. When your coach yells to you, the go to the left, do an upper. You're listening for your coach. He has that, and he does what his coach says.
Yes,
Mhm.
indeed. And Major Key, he on mute?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Okay. Yeah. But I'm gonna put something on your plate, man. I'm gonna give you some fine china, and I'm gonna put a great meal on your plate. Why don't you ask Marvin how he would help Muhammad, avoid the uppercut? Go ahead.
Yo, I mean, what he needed to do is teach Dillian White before Saturday how to block that uppercut.
I was trying to get him to fly out there, man. He wouldn't do it. He wouldn't.
Yeah, they had taught him how to catch the uppercut or step away from it,
Right.
because you can catch that uppercut just as it coming and knock it off.
Okay.
Since you're familiar with Javante Davis, did you see how Isaac Cruz was blocking that every time
Yeah.
Javante threw it?
Yeah, he catch it and knock it off. See, because it's a move, right, where as though you're not reaching for it. You wait to just as it get there and you knock it off, or you back out the way from it,
Right.
or step off on it.
There you go. You step off.
Yeah.
But that comes from the skill, the boxer being skilled and getting the right training how to step back off of that.
You gotta be taught that.
That's it.
And I
And
teach them.
there you go.
Yeah, some of that I think comes in with the footwork too, because while you're fainting, you come in a little bit, you throw your hands, and then you don't just sit there to catch the uppercut. You start moving away.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, a lot of times too, if you see it, you can catch it.
Right.
You can catch it as they throwing it, or you could push it to the side.
Parry it,
Yeah.
I'm glad you did that illustration.
That was a simple technique that anybody that knows about boxing can teach that. So somebody must have lost that uppercut teaching or something.
Yeah.
No,
because you don't get knocked out by uppercut twice.
3 times, man. 3 times. Okay,
Yeah,
3 times.
yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah. But I'm glad you did the illustration because a lot of people really don't get when you say catch and things like that. So I'm glad you did illustration. And if you want to see it done right, go watch Buster Douglas versus Holyfield. Right?
Mm.
Remember that fight, Marvin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But how are you teaching Muhammad there to handle like the taller fighters, the guys that might come in at 5'7", 5'8", and things like that?
Well, what he can do is catch them reaching for him because he can step to the left, step to the right, and go in the middle.
There you go.
See, when you're fighting a taller person, you make the taller person try to find you. So while they trying to find you, they're opening themselves up. And that's when you can do what you need to do to them. So, you don't stay in front of them. You don't follow them. So it's like you step to the left, step to the right, and then throw it right down the middle. Catch them every time.
Go ahead, you were about to jump in, and then I jumped in with Marvin. Go ahead and say what you had on your mind.
You broke up a little bit, but he was talking to you, Jermaine.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
hear me here. No, I mean the
I'm
bottom
sorry.
line is when you're dealing with a taller fighter, like Mom was saying, you can't go at them straight on, but you can come at them on that side because usually a tall person trying to come straight at you. That's why you got to hit them off on the side. You got to know how to make those move, and like he was saying, it's about that footwork. You got to know how to do that footwork.
Yeah. Put them on going angles.
Yeah, he got to chase you. You
Yeah.
got to get him on the chase because of his height and his reach. It's all about that reach that he had.
Mm-hmm.
When they got that reach, you got to know how to come at him on the side and go in, boom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you can catch them reaching for you.
There you go. Because they're going to reach down because
Mm-hmm.
they believe they got the upper hand.
Yeah. So
Okay, I
you
got a
slap
question
them
for
up.
you.
Mhm.
I got a question for both you coaches now. If a fighter gets knocked out 3 times by the same blasted punch, is that a deficiency in the fighter, or is that the camp that he's in, or
That's the
both?
kind of, well, it has to do with both because you don't get beat the same way every time, man. You
Yeah,
know.
that's right. It's some
Yeah.
training that's not being given, and that's
Yeah.
just what it
Absolutely,
is. You
Yeah.
know,
absolutely. And as far as the footwork, it's not difficult to adjust what he does wrong and make him
Right.
get it because George Foreman was no Fred Astaire. But you
Right.
see his footwork when he was younger. No one could cut the ring off like that big man could. Nobody. So you telling
Yeah.
me it all boils down to who you with, man. Okay, well you said it the whole night, and so did you, Auntie Jermaine. You said Muhammad and Marvin fit each other, and they knew they were going to work. And
the
sometimes a lot of
partnership
these,
they entered into a partnership, and
yeah,
he was open to letting Marvin train him. And what happens with a lot of boxers, they stuck in what they're seeing on TV. And just because you seeing a fighter does that on TV doesn't mean it's correct. And don't want to learn. And that's what it's about. They don't want to learn. In order for you to get hit 3 daggone times, now come on here, something is wrong. And it starts right there at your camp.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely. Because I can't think of one punch that actually hurt me or stopped me the same way every time. I can't think about it. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah. But people don't realize how technical boxing is. They just think you're going out there throwing punches, you know. But a thinking person, right, will always win or outdo the person that he's with, you know. Uh, you know, you got to watch the body, you got to watch the movements, and you got to counter. See, my job as a trainer is to have an answer for these kids. So they say they go out there for the fight, and they're moving around. They keep getting caught with the right hand or something like that. You know, duck, move, step around, step to the side. You know, when they come back to that corner, you gotta have a direct answer for them to get out of the situation that they're in. But see, a lot of times, you know, like you have to know boxing to teach boxing. You know, and
Say that again, Marvin. Say that
you
again.
have you have to know boxing to teach boxing. And
Trademark.
sometimes it takes you having your experience in it, you know, to break everything down, you know, to make sure that these kids get the right information, you know. And a lot of times that right information is not given out and have these kids struggling and stuff like that. And then too, in the gym, you know, you gotta have you ever noticed when you are watching fights, they always have an older guy in the background.
Yes,
That
sir.
older
Yes, sir. He's
guy,
not saying much. He's not
right? He's not
saying
saying much, but he's the one that sort of keeps everything intact.
The
He's the
wisdom.
one, yeah, he's the one that teaching the technique. He's the one that's in that kid's ear. You know, it makes a big difference too when someone believes in you and believe that you know what you're talking about
That's right.
and
ab-
trust. You know, see, a lot of times they don't realize we have these kids' lives on the line. You know, and you know we gotta care about them as much as we care about ourselves because if not, somebody's going to get hurt. And most of the time, a person get hurt before the fight when they getting ready for the fight. Because a lot of times they having kids, the people coming in the gym that's trying to emulate the person that they're going to compete against, you know, and they try to make it like a fight in the gym, preparing themselves for the fight that they're going to have. And a lot of times, you know, all that old crazy wild swinging and stuff like that and throwing these hard, crazy punches. A lot of times these guys go into the fights, man, with a concussion already that they got from the gym.
Yep, there it is from the training.
ab-
Yeah.
absolutely true. Absolutely true. It's the small things that people really don't pick up and pay attention to because there's not a lot of so-called trainers nowadays. They call themselves. They might call themselves teachers. They might call themselves whatever they call themselves.
I call
They're
them
not
couch
paying
coach.
attention to everything.
Well,
They're
the
not paying attention to
pretenders.
everything. Go ahead.
They couch coaches.
Right, right, right. Because we're gonna shut it down after this. So go ahead.
Mm,
Well, I say it's been the pretenders because, and this is coming from gyms that's been around for a long time that know better, but the skills that the old skill was not passed on.
right.
And I understand when you need that old school, the mature coach with the
Mm,
knowledge in there by your side, so you can understand, because he done been around longer than anyone. He knows what's going on. And like Marvin was saying, a lot of the injuries take place before they even enter into the fight. And that's one of the things you have to be careful of and watch out for. That's why boxing is a physical game, but it's also a thinking game. You got to know how to think as well. So you have to keep your mind body focused on the task ahead.
yep.
All right, y'all. Well, I'll tell you what. We're gonna go with Miss Jermaine Thunder Robinson first, and you can give out your social media and your information. Then after that's gonna be you, Marvin. Plug that fight, and
Mm,
I'll jump in here, and then we'll shut it down. This is my wheelhouse, though, man. I love talking real boxing because this is the information that's not being told. All these blasted talking heads out here with all these podcasts, and they have so many subscribers and all that. Y'all ain't doing a damn thing. This is what needs to be heard right here. I will put I will put this hour show up against 10 of your shows any day. any day.
Well, since I'm the first, I can say this is the real deal. And I have been, I can say it's been a pleasure being, part of it. I enjoy listening and being a participant in your podcast. But I want to say that I, I, I already know that on May the 7th, who's going to be the victor? Like he said, Mojo's going to bring home that W. This is the sign for W. I don't know if y'all can see it. This is the sign for W. He's gonna bring that W home. He's gonna be the winner. He's gonna be the winner. So I have nothing but I'm 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 celebrating ahead of time, and I look forward to the fight because I know it's gonna be fantastic. And like I said, now my gym is Uppercut Boxing Gym of Maryland, and that's where you can reach me at Uppercut Boxing Gym of Maryland, .com. And the same thing on Facebook, same thing on Instagram. So I look forward to this fight. Marvin just not the only one pumping this fight because that is my nephew and I'm pumping it as well. So please support Mojo. And I don't know the name of the website either for his t-shirts, but please support him, buy the t-shirts. I want to see all of Maryland walking around with Mojo on their shirt, on their front, on their back. Support Mojo in this fight May the 7th.
Well, I hope he does like 4X. If he does like
Any size you
like
want, he got it.
good. Because if he does a fat front and a fat back, I can wear the t-shirts. We are. Marvin,
Yeah,
Marvin, say your piece, man, so I can shut it down. Go ahead.
yeah. Well, my Facebook page is Umar Marvin McDowell. My Instagram is Umar Marvin. My website is nohooksbeforebooks.org. And my phone number is 410
Don't
808
do that. Don't
1964.
do that. You're gonna have a bunch of nuts. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, the gym number
You
is
right.
410 728
Yes, Marvin. Give out the gym number. Give out the gym number.
The gym number is 410 728 3600. And we're located in Baltimore, 1217 West North Avenue. That's in West Baltimore. You know. So if you want to learn the boxing the right way, the real way, the true way, come to Umar, and we'll set you right.
And I tell you what, I can honestly say this about Marvin. He's one of the most dedicated, skillful, and driven people I've ever watched in my life do it, man. Was another gentleman there named Coach D's. You know,
Yes.
he was beautiful too at what he did, man. And if you have a chance to come down to see the program, come down and see the daggone program, man. You're gonna be like, wow, how long has this been here? Why haven't I heard about it? You know what I
26
mean? So
years. This is the 26th year.
Wow.
26. See that?
That's a that's
I gotta come and
yes.
do. I'm telling you, I gotta come down there and do a live because all this needs to be told forever.
Yeah.
All this, you could be humble as you want to be, but that time is past. That time is past. So, Major Keys, you can jump in here, man, and say your piece and shut it down, sir.
I don't think he's on.
Oh, okay. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody that came out to support us tonight, bless you, bless you, bless you. You gave us time, which is something you could never pay back, and we all
Amen.
appreciate that, right?
Yes, that's
So
the
come
truth.
back next week, and you'll find out more about the fight. All you heard this week was about the character of the young man that's fighting, his story and his journey, and what brought him here to Umar Boxing. I have one thing to say that I'm gonna shut my mouth. I remember when I first met him, and he couldn't hold his head up and shake your hand and look in your eyes. He has no problems with that right now.
We got country now.
So, all right, man. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you, there, Auntie. You always
Thank you,
show
Pastor,
up.
man.
Yeah, you always show up when I need. You always show up when I ask, man. I gotta return the favor one day. You just gotta ask me, and I'll show up. I'll show up.
All
All
righty.
right.
Peace,
Uh,
All right.
love,
All right. Bless
and
up, y'all.
win. All righty. All right,
All
peace.
right.